Selamat datang everybody, welcome to my tiny kitchen here at Pisang Susu. Today we're gonna make vegan Bapao, tiny ones. The things you need for a vegan Bapao are 250 grams of tofu, half a big onion, quarter teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of pepper, 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, 1.5 tablespoon of kecap sweet soy sauce, 2 cloves of garlic, 15 grams of ginger, 2 spring onions, and for the dough, 200 grams of plain flour, 7 grams of instant yeast, 25 grams of sugar, 1 tablespoon of oil, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, quarter teaspoon of salt, and 100 ml water. We're going to start by making the filling, and I'm going to make a vegan filling today. I've already made another Bapao video with a meat filling, you can check here. I like to make it with vegan filling and with tofu. It's a lovely flavor and it's good to eat less meat, you know. I'm going to start by making my onion really small. I use a lot of onion. We need to flavor the tofu really well. That's why I use hoisin sauce too. I make my own hoisin sauce. It's a delicious Chinese sauce. It's really sweet and really, it's seasoned really well with lots of herbs and spices. If you want to know how to make it yourself, then check the link below this video. Just gonna add it like this. I'm gonna mix it later. Crush my garlic. We're gonna fry this in the pan later. I'm just gonna clean my fresh ginger with a teaspoon. So you heat up some oil, you add your garlic and your ginger to it, onions, add your salt and the pepper. Add the tofu, then the hoisin sauce and the ketchup and the spring onions. So the tofu is seasoned with all my ingredients and now it has to cool before I fill my Bapao. I'm going to start to make the dough for the buns. This is my flour, the sugar, yeast, salt. Don't let the salt touch the yeast, otherwise the yeast will die. Baking powder and a bit of oil. Gives it a lot of moist. And of course my water. I'm not going to add the water all at once. I have to mix this first a bit. We're just going to make a dough. Just like any other dough, but this one is a little bit sweet because of the sugar. So I've been kneading my dough now for about 10 minutes. It's almost done. It shines really nicely and you can check if your dough is done. If you can do this and that it stays thin and it don't crack. It doesn't crack, but it does a bit, but that's fine. It's almost ready because we're gonna knead it again just before rolling the bun. So I'm gonna weigh my dough now because I want equal sized buns, and 15 grams of dough makes a lovely bite-sized Bapao. Because this is a lovely dough, you can start rolling your buns immediately. So knead your tiny piece of dough again. That makes the buns more beautiful. Just for a short while, and then roll it into a ball. And then I'm gonna roll it flat. Just a bit like this. And then I'm gonna do the edges. Only the edges. And now I'm gonna wet the edges. Just a little bit of cold water. Then a teaspoon of your lovely vegan filling. And then we're gonna fold it to close it. The edges, so you go like this. And then the next one. And then push the filling in. So I use these lovely bamboo baskets to steam my buns, but also to proof them. So now I've rolled them and I filled them up. I leave them on a piece of parchment paper and I cut it open so the steam can come through. And they have to proof for about, well, 10 to 15 minutes. When your bapao are done, take them off the heat and leave the lid on for about 3 minutes. Otherwise the outside of your bapao will collapse. So here are my food critics. They're really good. Oh, I'm pouring in some lovely super sweet ketchup. You like to open it, Lulu?
Yes.
Careful because it may be a bit hot. Hey, there they are. They're so tiny. You can dip it in like this.
It's not so hot.
It's savory and they're tiny. We have to eat a lot, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, makan.